Hopefully this is a nice live. Hello, welcome. My laptop just glitched out for some reason. How we doing? What's up? Hello, good morning, good evening. I don't know who that is, but thank you for tapping the screen. Hello. Oh my god. Welcome to those joining. My laptop is glitching. How we doing? What's up? If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you want to ask any questions, whatever. If you like a card pull, just make sure to tap the screen. Why is my laptop glitching? Oh my goodness. Do I speak English or Spanish? Obviously, I'm not speaking Spanish. I'm speaking English. I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry. I'm kind of annoyed. My laptop is not allowing me to do what I want to do. How are you guys, though? What's up? Can I please operate my computer? I don't know why it's not letting me go on... It's not letting me go to a specific website. I just woke up from a nap. Hello. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Patreon right now. Shout out to the Patreon if anybody wants to join. There's a link in the bio. I post basically every day. If you want to check that out. If not, whatever, but... Hello. Do I have to, like... Should I, like, restart my computer? I want to restart the computer and see if that helps. Because I don't know, there's no reason for it to be like... Good evening, welcome. Hey Paul, hey Warzone, welcome. I don't need to be right, but I think it's really telling when somebody goes out of their way to try to prove somebody wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to be right. I don't pride myself on being correct. But I think it's very telling when somebody else feels like they have to prove me wrong, you know? I don't know why I felt called to say that, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, people are weird. It's like, I don't know. The human ego. Good evening. Hello. Welcome to this joining. Okay, I started my laptop over. I'm gonna... Hopefully it'll work. It won't let me go on a specific website. Shout out to the Patreon once again. I also make music and stuff. If you check out the description, there's a button right there. If you click that button, I just drank the rest of my orange juice. I don't have any more orange juice. I'm kind of sad. What type of music? The brainless one. Do you really feel like you're brainless? What type of music? If you go click on the freaking button, you'll see. What the heck? If you're interested, then you go see. It's really good music. It's good type of music. Okay, is it gonna let me? Is Patreon just glitching? Okay, so it let me go on. I just had to reset my computer. I call myself to stay humble. If you call it humility, I think there's a difference between humility and self. Wait, what's the word? I can't think of words. I think there's a big difference between being humble and making yourself small for the sake of others. There's a slight difference. I said big difference. There's a big difference. Okay, I'm gonna respond to Aaron's message and... I'm nowhere as smart as the person next to me. Oh. Do you mean like your partner? My computer was glitching. Everything's glitching. I don't know. Anyone out in the world, brother? What? I don't know. I don't know. You can think whatever you want, man. I don't think that's humility. I think that's something else. You know? But once again, you can think whatever you want. Think whatever you like. You know? Okay.
Y'all already know how I feel about Output plugins. I absolutely love them. And right now, Output One is on sale for 30% off. All for as low as $6.99 a month. Let's make some music. I'm gonna start with some chords. I'm actually gonna use Arcade, another plugin by Output, one of my go-tos. I'm gonna go to the Tape Kit, Pure Nostalgia. Let's bring in co-producing.
could give you a clear, accurate answer. Like, cool. Oh. Excuse me, welcome. Hello, welcome. Hello, welcome. I don't know who's there, but what's up? If you like a carpool, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. Whatever. Okay, it's not a to shoot. See if that helps at all. I had to get some water. Welcome. Excuse me. Some good water. Welcome. Good morning, welcome. If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you want to ask any questions, whatever. Of course, make sure to tap the screen. If you like a card pull, whatever. Also, I'm in two places at once, so if you see me looking back and forth, that's why. Welcome. I feel like this water could be colder. Hey, Bella. Welcome. For those joining, if you like a card pull, if you have any questions, whatever, just make sure to tap the screen and let me know. If you like a card pull or whatever, I don't know. Will your lawyer call you with good news this week? I don't know. Let's make sure we're tapping that screen now. I'll pull you a card, but let's see. Will your lawyer call you this news for this week with good news? Welcome to this joining. We have the Six of Pentacles, which seems to be a very clear yes. We have the Justice energy, success and victory. So yeah, I would say yeah. I would say most likely yeah. I don't think the future's set in stone, but most likely yeah. You know, a lot of ice in your drink. Who cares? I don't have a lot of ice in my drink. Good morning, good evening. What's up? How are you feeling? If you like a card pull, if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask. Just make sure to tap the screen. If you want to just hang out, that's cool too, I guess. When you and your baby daddy get back together, if you want to pay for a mini reading, my friend, you're welcome to, since you want to ask multiple questions. Otherwise, good luck to you, you know. But if you want to pay for a mini reading, it's $3. $15 for more in depth. Welcome to this joining. How are you doing? If you want to ask a question, if you like a card pull, you're welcome to ask. If you have multiple questions, you can pay for a reading, whatever. A never-ending midnight sun. The song is stuck in my head. Welcome. How are we doing? Hope we're feeling groovy. If you're not feeling groovy, I don't know what to tell you. Does your ex miss you? I don't know. Have you asked him? What's going on with your ex? Thank you for the rose. What's going on with your ex? Does your ex miss you, Rosalie? Does Rosalie's ex miss them? Go with this ex person spirit. What's going on? I'll get a clear, accurate answer. Also, for those joining, if you do have a question, please make sure you're tapping the screen. There's no reason we're only at 56 likes. What's going on with the Aracelli's ex? Forgiveness, I'm struggling to get over the past. Soul tie. You said, do they miss you? Is that what you said? What did you say to me? Yeah, I mean, I would say yeah. Struggling to get over the past. Soul tie. I always feel connected to you or something like that. Yeah, I would say to some degree they miss you. Do they miss you enough to make a move? I don't know, but it seems like they do miss you. Sierra, what'd you say to me? Will you be pregnant soon? I don't really love doing pregnancy readings, but I'll pull you a card. Welcome to this joining. If you would like to ask a question, if you like a card pull, just make sure to tap the screen. Let's go with Sarah. Sarah and her ovaries. Sarah. You're the King of Wands. The Three of Cups. It's very likely that you are. Obviously, once again, I don't like doing pregnancy questions, but it's very likely you are. King of Wands, Three of Cups, High Priestess. Is Brad around us? He passed on the 31st. I don't know why I said it like that. Let's go to Brad. Can I get a clear, accurate answer for Brad? Spirit, what's going with Brad? Is Brad around? Well, officially, you should make sure to check in with the doctor or whatever. But is what's going with Brad? What's going with Brad? Is Brad around? The Knight of Cups, the King of Swords. He might be. I don't know. Are you gonna try to help him pass over or something? Get to the other side or something? King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Welcome to this joining. How we doing? I don't consider myself to be a medium. I don't necessarily do all that, but you know, it was unexpected. I feel you, girl pop. I feel you. Well, it's the circle of life, though. We all die. Sometimes you just gotta accept it when it happens to other people. You know. Welcome to this joining. How we doing? Hey, Bronte. Is there a future for you and Troy? Let's go with Troy and Bronte. Is there a future for Bronte and Troy? For Bronte and Troy. Who the heck is Justin? How dare you? You said I mean Justin, as if that's a little typo. They don't even start with the same letter. Let's go with Justin and Bronte. Whoever the frick Bronte is thinking about. I don't know. Whatever their name is. Bronte and whatever her person is. Bronte and Justin, I guess. I don't know. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So it's very... I don't believe that the future is set in stone, but it does seem like you have potential. For sure you have potential. Hopefully you don't squander it, you know? Hopefully you don't squander it. Good morning, welcome. Hey Rajan, hi, I hope you're having a nice day. It's look at the idea. Your morals, could you please provide a professional body count in your religion? Thank you very much. I could not. No, thank you. You don't need to know my body count. What the heck? Welcome to this joining. Mine is 2, unemployed and Christian. Oh goodness. Good morning, welcome. I'm in 2 places at once, so I'm like, if I look back and forth, that's why. Connie, it's groovy. Hello. Oh, I thought you were calling me him. I was like, what? Why did you call me him? Sorry. So you not get girls? Good morning, what the heck? What the heck? Welcome to this joining. How we doing? Hey Connie. Hey JP. He asked me if I get girls. That's funny. If I wanted to, I guess. But I don't believe that girls are something you get. I don't believe you should be collecting people like trophies. It's kind of dehumanizing. Am I real? Sometimes. Is Mario coming back this week? What's going on with Mario? What happened to Luigi? I'm gonna pull from the love messages deck. What's going on with Mario? Is Mario coming back this week? Is Mario coming back? We have reunion, so most likely he's gonna come back and lie to you. I'm kidding, but reunion is here, so that's cool. You said, am I sus? You came into my live asking me information about me, and then you're asking if I'm sus. I think you're sus. The heck? Will David pursue you? What's going on with David? For those joining, if you have a question, if you like a card pull, please do me a favor. Make sure to tap the screen. Thank you. What's going on with David? Is David gonna pursue you? Pursue. What's going on with David? We have mend and indecisive. Will he pursue you? He's on the fence about it. This guy is not. This guy's not the most stable. It seems like. So, if that's what you want, sure. But this guy's not the most stable. He's missing a few screws, to be honest. Will you have a boy or a girl? I don't really see the future as being set in stone. Don't pull your card. What's going on with I guess that's a male. Because we have the King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Both masculine energies. Nine of Cups. So I would say most likely a male. I don't like pulling for the future, but if I have to, I guess. I don't know. Will you and Giovanni ever talk again? I don't know. Have you tried talking to him? I'm sorry. Let's go to Giovanni and Angelica. Bowl of Jello. And Giovanni. Missed opportunity. Will you guys ever talk again? We do have a person talking on the phone, but the other cards would indicate a no. We have confusion and neglected. I failed to give you what you need. Will you guys ever talk again? I think it's likely that you will talk again. Maybe you're being guided to not talk to this person again, but you can do whatever you want, obviously. But I think the answer to your question is yes. You guys most likely will talk again. I don't pull for absolutes when it comes to the future. I don't think the future's set in stone. But hey Joy. JP, if you want to send me $3 for mini reading, I'd definitely pull more into that for you. But it's really just one question per person. I'm sorry. You can also join the Patreon if you want to, you know what I mean, be made more priority. You can join for free. There's a link in the bio if you're interested. If you're over here, there's no link. You have to go to my Instagram. What's going on with X? Joy and X. 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 We have conversation, so I think you asked me about reconciliation, so yeah, most likely conversation comes out. Most likely. Once again, I don't pull for absolutes, but most likely. Will Logan get upset if I tell him I want flowers? Doesn't matter. If he doesn't want to give you flowers, maybe you should be getting upset at Logan. Maybe you should be... I'm sorry. Maybe it's not that simple. What's going on with Angel, Logan? What's going on with Logan? Logan. We have Ego coming out. Inseparable. We have Ego though. Will he get upset? I'm not sure, but this Logan person is very in his ego. I just don't want to ask him to upset him. Beloved, why are you walking on eggshells? You deserve flowers. If you want flowers, you should ask for flowers. What the heck? Can I get a yes or no? I guess. I don't know. What's going on with Diane? Can I get a yes or no for Diane, please? A clear, accurate yes or no? Yes or no? We have a Page of Cups. Seems to be a yes. Seems to be a yes. Page of Cups and the Five of Swords. I don't know what you're asking. You didn't necessarily... You just asked for a yes or no. Any advice for Andrea? Slow down is something I'm hearing. Billy Joel. Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile. But if you're so smart, tell me why you're still so afraid. You know, something like that. Let's go for Andrea. I'm gonna pull a card for Andrea. We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, getting focused, clearing your mind. Five of Pentacles, once again, that energy of slowing down. Staying focused. Will Victor ever try to contact you again? I don't know. You say Shrek? Why did you... What? I didn't mention anything about Shrek. I don't know why you mentioned Shrek. That is so funny. I said Billy Joel. I don't... What? Where did you get Shrek out of that? I'm scrolling up in the comments. Is it good for you to give Cam another chance? Holy Spirit, is it good to give Cam another chance? Should Holly give Cam another chance? I'm hearing a no. I feel like it's a no, but we have the Hermit card, the Magician. It's up to you at the end of the day, but the Hermit card indicates that you should at least reflect on this. Really weigh out your options. Obviously, you're asking me, but you're the one who has to make the choice regardless of what I tell you. So, is it good to give him another chance? Maybe you'll end up giving him another chance anyway with the the Sun, but the Ten of Wands is here, so it's like it probably would be in your best interest to walk away, but obviously do whatever you want. Do whatever your heart is saying. You know what I mean? The Hermit would probably just indicate no, though. Go solo. Welcome to those joining. How we doing? Hey, Ida. Hey, Jared. That song was in the movie? Oh, lol. Leonard is so upset with me because I called him out. It would be okay at some point. Ugh. I don't mean to sound judgmental. I don't mean to sound rude or anything, but like, I hope you guys have a strong sense of inner self. Like, I hope you understand that it's not okay that you should have to like not, you know what I mean? It's not okay that you should have to not say certain things just to appease your partner. Like, if that's the case, you're in an abusive situation. And we could paint it however we want. We could sugarcoat it. We could call it what it isn't. But like, if you're afraid to tell your partner something, that's not really the person that you should be with long term. You know what I mean? And obviously, we're with people for all sorts of reasons, financial. There's all sorts of reasons to be with a person. I get it. But like, realistically, I really hope that you understand on an internal level that that's not okay. Like, you shouldn't be asking a psychic. Well, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be like, it's not weird, but it's a very clear sign that something is not wrong or something is not right. You know, because like, you calling somebody out should not result in you being like, will we be okay again? It should be like, should I continue talking to this person? Because this person obviously does not have the capacity to like have a serious conversation. You know, that's the more. We have values. We have too many differences. Space. I need time to think. He'll be okay, but like, once again, what I just said is what I just said. Like, that's not normal. That's not healthy. Like, you shouldn't be scared to like speak your truth in a relationship. You know what I mean? Thank you for those liking the live. Welcome. I'm in two places at once, so if I look over, that's why. Hello. Hope you're well. Exactly. A question? Why did you type it like that? Good morning. Hello. Will your first date go well tomorrow? I don't know. Have you tried asking a doctor? Will your first date tomorrow go well? Will your first date go well tomorrow? 6 of Cups, most likely. 10 of Cups, most likely. Is your spell working? What kind of spell did you do? Is your spell working? Most likely your date will go well tomorrow. I don't remember what your name was, but what's going on with your spell? Holy Spirit, what's going on with this spell, if I can? Hey, Ruby. Said, is your spell working? Can I get a clear? Oop. Yes. Probably not necessarily exactly how you intended with the 5 of Cups, but yes, it does seem like it's working out in your favor. Page of Cups. 3 of Wands. Oh my goodness, all these cards. I don't know what kind of spell you're doing. I don't know what kind of magic you're doing, but just know what goes around comes around, you know? Unless you don't believe in that, I guess. I don't know. You said, hey Ruby, welcome. Should you go for the Gemini or the Virgo? LOL. What's going on? Gemini or Virgo? I'm tempted to take out the Moonology deck, but I'm not going to. Gemini or Virgo? Should we go with this one or should we go with that one? Which one? Should we go with Gemini or Virgo? Spirit. Gemini or Virgo? We have the Devil. I'm gonna say the Virgo, but I feel like it's deeper than that. I feel like this is saying something else. Should you go for the Gemini or the Virgo? I heard the phrase of like, better the devil you know than the devil you don't. So it's giving like whichever one is more comfortable. I don't know. Whichever one makes you feel like a princess. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna cough. Cough, cough. Does either one of them make you feel like a princess? Will Monaco make me his official girlfriend in the long run? I don't know. Hey, Blue Rose, have you asked him, Edith? What's going on with Monaco? I hope that was helpful, Ruby. What's going on with Monaco? Monaco. The star card comes out. Have faith, have hope. I would say yeah. He's going to ask you in the long run. Keyword, long term. I was being silly when I said that. Welcome to this joining. Hope you're well. If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you want to send me $1 million, that's cool. You know, are you getting back with your husband? I don't know. Have you asked him what's going on with this lady who just asked me about her husband? Are we getting back with her husband? I think it's very likely with the Two of Pentacles and the Moon, but there's something about secrets, something about lies, like deceit. I think it's very likely you will get back with him, but once again, there's something about secrets. Does Gerald still love you? Have you asked him? Does Gerald still love you? Does Gerald still love Blue Rose? Excuse me, not enough to stick around, I guess. We have escape. We have inseparable. I do think that they love you, but not enough to stick around. Not enough to be, like, what's the word? Not enough to be dependable. Escape, I left when things got hard. It seems like an avoidant. Seems like the type of person who avoids hard conversations. And, I don't know, there's something to be said about that. Like, sure, you could claim up and down that you love somebody. But, like, I don't know. If you're not willing to have hard conversations with somebody, if you're not willing to, like, sacrifice your ego for somebody, do you really love them? You know, if you're, like, so stuck in your ego, so stuck in your pride of, like, I'm right and you're wrong. And it's like, really? That's not what a relationship is about. I'm not, like, obviously, if this doesn't resonate for anybody, but, you know, if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're supposed to be a team partnership. You're supposed to be helping each other. It shouldn't be a competition of like, I'm better than you, you're better than me. Like it should be like we help each other. You know what I mean? And I feel like so many people miss that, especially men, where they get into their ego, they get into competition, they get into like, I need to be better than this person. And it's like, what is wrong with you? You're welcome to do that, but like, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, the ego's messed up. Our finance is going to pick up for Yasmin. What's going on for Yasmin? Speaking of finances, if anybody wants to pay for a reading, if anybody wants to send me a tip or whatever, it's going for Yasmin and finances. Yasmin and finances. Also, I'm thinking of Yasmin from Bratz Girls. What's going on with Yasmin and finances? Yasmin and finances. The Hangman. There's a lesson here, man. The Hangman, there's a lesson in patience, I guess. There's a lesson in finding contentment in the waiting, I guess. Being okay with the waiting. That's how I'm interpreting it. Welcome to this joining. But I mean the answer is yes, I guess, but you just have to, you know what I mean, take the lesson. Or don't. It's up to you. Hey Bamika, thank you for the goat. Appreciate it. Welcome to this joining. You should take a test. Oh, is that in relation to the pregnancy? Somebody said, am I pregnant? You said take a test. I'm gonna mute you because you're fucking annoying. You came into my space. That's a very weird thing to do. You're coming into my space telling me about myself. Get out of here. Go read a book or something. Go read the Bible. You're talking about Jesus. Don't come in here talking about Jesus. That shit gonna piss me off. You don't know nothing about Jesus. You're coming in here proselytizing, being rude. Take heed to the lessons, period. I think it's too early. I feel you. If you're gonna come in here talking about Jesus, you better come in here but talking about love. You know what I mean? Fear is not of Jesus. Is your ex Latrice coming back to you? I don't know. Why does he stick this around? I don't know. That's a good question. If you want to pay for a mini reading, I can definitely read into that for you. I can definitely pull into that for you, Blue Rose. But I'm only really doing one question per person, one card pull per person, so I'm sorry. And if anybody else wants to pay for a reading or whatever, you're welcome to. What's going on with Latrice? Is Latrice coming back? We have regret. Is Latrice coming back? Unfinished business. Most likely, yeah. They're going to come back and like give you another round of confusion. Give you another round of doubt. Most likely they will. I don't read for absolutes when it comes to the future, but most likely they will come back to you and confuse you again. I just answered your question, Bamika. I said most likely they will come back and they will confuse you again. How do you need to go forward? Whatever your heart is telling you, man. There's no one way. There's no one way, man. What's going on with Avaria? Watch it be like the Chariot or something. What's going on with Avaria? Moving forward. The Hermit. I was joking. The Hermit card. Going within is the way forward. Go within and you can move forward. Don't look outside of yourself for the answer. Don't ask me. I don't know the answer. You're the one with the answers. I don't know. I'm just here. I'm just here to provide them in a tangible way. Yeah, I could put you an oracle card, I guess. What's going on over Ariana? Welcome to this joining. Hope you're well. What's going on for Ariana? What's a message for Ariana in this moment, Spirit? What's going on with Ariana? Ariana, what are you doing here? I'm sorry. Ariana. Oh, what do you need to release? The end of a tough cycle approaches. So I don't know what you're going through, but it seems like there's a release. It seems like letting go of something would definitely help you get to brighter days. Shout out to Ariana Grande, because brighter days. But yeah, something about releasing something, letting go of something would definitely help you get to better days. So, yeah. Hey, Isabel. Good evening. Look at the bigger picture just popped out. New moon in Sagittarius, full moon in Sagittarius. Little pulley. I love that. Welcome to this joining. What's up? What's up? What's going on for Isabel? What's going on for Isabel? Welcome to this joining. If you want to send me $1 million, I'm open to it. Or if you just want to send me enough for a reading, I don't know. It's good for Isabel. Obviously, don't feel pressured. I'm just putting it out there. Ask and you shall receive. You said, am I a Libra? I have a Libra ascendant. That's funny. I'm a Gemini. I was going for Isabel. What does Isabel need to hear right now, most of all? What does Isabel need to hear? 1 card, 2 card, 3 card, blue card. We have prosperity lies ahead. A new romantic cycle begins. We have a lot of love here with the Libra and Taurus energy, Venus. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty groovy, you know. Balance, spirituality, and practicality, Pisces energy. I don't know. I feel like you have a lot of really cool things ahead of you. And it's really necessary that you kind of pace yourself. You know what I mean? Don't try not to get too overwhelmed with the blessings that are in front of you, because there's a lot of good things ahead of you. You know what I mean? Sarah, I hope that helps though. Isabel. What's going on with Sarah in Irish med school? Why does it have to be Irish? Why can't it be American? What's up with, you don't like the Americans or something? What's going on with Sarah going to Irish school? Irish school. Are you going to learn how to be Irish? Do they drink a lot there? We have Bill. I'm sorry. I'm silly. Take time to breathe out. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. So I guess that's a yes, but it's also giving, Work through your fears also came through. It's also giving a need to kind of slow down and think it through. I don't know what that's about, but definitely an energy of taking it slow. Pacing yourself, you know. Welcome to this joining. How we doing? What's up, what's up? Yeah, of course, Isabel. Hopefully it's helpful. Of course, if you have any other questions, you're welcome to ask. Shout out to the Patreon members. Does TJ really see a future with me, or is he... Let's go with TJ. Let's go with TJ. Let's go with TJ. TJ. Ugh. We have gossip and guilty. Regret. I don't know what his actual intentions are, but it seems like regardless of his intentions, this person does not have the capacity to meet you where you are. So I don't think he's necessarily stringing you along. I think that he's just drenched in toxicity. Yeah, we have broken disagreements. So does he see a future with you? Sure, but is he capable of building a future with you? I don't think so. Carly. Hey, Nikayla, what's up, what's up? But yeah, that's what I have for you. Is Derek... How does Derek feel? What is Derek... What is Derek? I'm responding to questions in order that I see them. So if I happen to ignore you, I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm just going in order that I see questions. We have unworthy, new chapter. You're a better person than I am. Is he pretending not to care? He might be. There's definitely a power imbalance there. He might be trying to exert his power in some way because he sees you as somebody who's better than him. Once again, if you're in a partnership, you should be on a team. You should be working together as a team. I don't understand why so many men think that they should be in competition with their partners. It's like, you need to be in competition with yourself. You need to go to therapy. You know what I mean? Like, why are you... It's weird. Will Alvin leave Ormilla soon? Girl, what? I don't really feel ethically okay with this question, but I'll answer it. Let's go with Alvin. Reciprocity, mistakes. I don't know. This is a messy question. It's a messy question. I feel like the feeling that you feel is mutual, for sure. But I don't know. You should never be wanting somebody to leave their partner for you. It's never going to end well. It could end well, but it probably won't. Because it shows a lack within that other person. If somebody's willing to leave somebody else for you, like, who knows what they're willing to do with you. They don't care about anybody but themselves. But that's just the honest truth about that. And obviously, if you feel otherwise, you can feel otherwise. You don't have to listen to me, but... is your ex trying to spiritually reach you? Trust your instincts. What do you think? Is Nikayla's ex trying to spiritually reach her? Listen to your intuition. Your intuition knows best. I don't know anything about you. Soul contract, unsatisfied. Like I said earlier, there's always a lesson. We have reminiscing. And I don't know if this person is intentionally doing anything, but since you're talking in a spiritual connotation, semantics, but spiritual versus psychic. Spiritual is more of a moral thing, you know what I mean? Like a good versus evil. And within the realm of spiritual, there's always lessons. There's something to learn, you know what I mean? Like, and you could choose to disagree with that. You could feel however you feel about that. But it's just like, what's the lesson that this ex was trying to teach you? That's the question that you should be asking yourself. And am I embracing the lesson? Am I embracing the lesson? I don't know. But that's a question you should be asking yourself. You know, Nikayla. Welcome to this joining. Hope we're well. What's up, what's up? Does Nilsson like you? Have you asked? What's going on with Nilsson? everyone, Nelson. Welcome to this journey. What's up? What's up? Nelson. Nelson, we have secrets in Shadow Side. Hope. Do they like you? Yes, but they're not being super duper honest with you. You make them realize certain things about themselves, and they don't really love that. I see commitment here. I see that they will be dedicated to you, but just understand that they will probably act out in certain ways because you trigger them. You make them feel uncomfortable just with your presence. You know, you make them open their eyes in a way that's very uncomfortable. You know. Welcome to those joining. How we doing? Water. Hey, Shell. What's groovy? What's up? What's happening? For those joining, if you have a question, if you like a card pull, you're welcome to ask. Just make sure to tap the screen. If you'd like to pay for a reading, it's $1 million, obviously. Hello. If you want to tip, if you want to donate, that's also acceptable, I guess. I don't know. Either way, good evening to you. If I skipped your question, it's not on purpose. It's just because I try not to get overwhelmed. So. Will Shadid and you be together? Is the soul contract a twin flame contract? I personally don't vibe with the twin flame concept. Believe whatever you want to believe. Go down whatever rabbit hole you want to go down. I think the twin flame concept is a trap, personally. Let's go with Shadid and Shell. Shadid and Shell. Irreplaceable, unappreciated. Will you guys be together? Probably. Most likely you will be together. I don't read for absolutes when it comes to the future, but most likely. Will Chen initiate a contact with you to get to know you better? Hey Vana, welcome to this joining. Ooh, we have understanding. I see your side of the story. Reunion, hope. So most likely they will. Most likely they will try to get to know you better. Most likely. Welcome to this joining. How we doing? Oh goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Will you and Deshaun get back together? I don't know. Kayla and Deshaun, or Kaylee and Deshaun. Kaylee and Deshaun. Kaylee. We have destiny. I'm struggling to find my path. Or find the right path. Reveal. That's a lot deeper than I was expecting. This is for Kaylee. You said, will you and Deshaun get back together? Most likely. I don't read for absolutes, but like there seems to be a deeper message about like somebody's purpose, somebody's destiny. And once again, you could do whatever you want. You could believe whatever you want. You could feel whatever you want. Don't let me persuade you. But it's just like the energy of like something more important, and you're kind of using this as a distraction, or this is like kind of meant to be a distraction for you from like some bigger purpose. You know what I mean? So we have hope here. Once again, destiny was one of the cards. Sabotage. I mess up the good things in my life. The stress from this is draining for me. This is for the person who asked about Deshaun. And I don't know. I'm just going to say this generally. You could disagree if this doesn't resonate. That's okay. But I do believe that a lot of relationships are a distraction. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you came on this earth for a reason. And these relationships, these stressful relationships are here to distract you. You know what I mean? You're like spending all your time and energy like focused on these people who don't really care about you. It's because you have other things you could be doing, and they're trying to distract you. Once again, you can think whatever you want, you could disagree, you could feel whatever you want, but that's what I believe. You know what I mean? Is Kristen and Chelsea separating? I don't know. God's girl. Once again, like I said, you have a purpose. You're here for a reason. You're here. Your mission here is not to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't care about you. Since your username is God's girl, since you want to put God in your username, God does not want you to be in a relationship with somebody that you have to question. What's going on with Chris and Chelsea? Once again, I'm not trying to force my perspective on anybody, but that's what I believe. If you're coming into my space, I'm going to tell you what I think. Let's go on with Chris and Chelsea. And also, generally, this is a spiritual space, so I don't understand why you would be here if you're not open to spiritual understanding. We have reminiscing, chaser, and understanding. This is for Chelsea. Are you guys separating? No, I guess not. I don't know. I don't read for absolutes. Like, I'm sorry to get upset. I'm getting upset. But I don't like the idea of using tarot to just predict the future. You are responsible for your future. Stop giving your future to somebody else. Stop trying to, you know what I mean? Like, why are you so willing to give somebody else your power? Does Vinny have bad energy towards you? I don't know. Have you asked him? Let's go to Vanny. What's going on with Vanny? What's going on with Vanny? Can I get a clear, accurate answer, please? Spirit, what's going on with Vanny? Vanny. We have soul contract. Do they have bad energy towards you? I don't think so. I don't think so. If they do, it's not a conscious intention. If that makes sense. I only saw positive things, but if they end up hurting you, it's not intentional. You know, it's just because of their subconscious programming and all that jazz. Welcome to this joining. How we doing? What's groovy? Hey Prudence, hope you're well. Drink some water. Hello, welcome. I was thinking about something. How we doing? For those joining, what's up, what's groovy? If you'd like to hang out, that's cool. If you like a card pull, let me know. Just make sure to tap the screen. Of course, if you want to pay for a reading, if you want to tip or whatever. Did Baba's argued with Tati Marie after hearing my voices yesterday? What? I guess. I don't know. Are you here to start confusion? Are you here to stir up confusion? Because you did it. You mission accomplished. Welcome to this joining. Hello. Hey Shannon, it's groovy. If anybody wants to tip, if anybody wants to donate, I do have my Cash App and Venmo in the thingy. I am open to answering questions, of course. I'm answering one question per person, card pull per person, whatever. I feel like I look kind of irritated. I don't know. Maybe I am. Welcome. Yeah, I can pull your card. What's going on for Shannon? Shannon is that you. What's going on with Shannon? What does Shannon need to hear right now? Shannon. Ooh, with luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Also Gemini energy. So duality could be a thing. You said it froze. I don't know what to tell you then. If it froze, then I don't know. If it froze, it froze. I don't know. What do you want me to do about that? But luck is on your side. To share. This is for share. I forgot who it was. Welcome to those joining. Hello, hello. Spirits are all around, man. You can't avoid spirit interaction. Spirits are constantly influencing us, regardless of whether or not I'm using cards. And if you're true to what you're talking about, you would know that. You would understand that. Was it a yes for me? I don't think I answered your question. Welcome to those joining. Hello, hello. There's a lot of energy going on. Okay. You know he is. You know they're going to respond, just not when you want them to. Welcome to those joining. Hello, hello. How we doing? I've been on here for like an hour now. Well, it's been 45 minutes. I think I'm going to take a break from pulling cards for free. If anybody wants to tip, if you want to send gifts, I'll like get back to that, but like I'm tired. So if you decide to leave because of that, then I understand. Like, not in the way that I want. That's not what I said. I said not when you want. Probably not in the time fashion that you would like. Good evening. Welcome to those joining. What's up? What's up? I'm sorry for the yawn. Well, your prayers answered yes. I don't know. Have you talked to God about it? Have you talked to your angels? Whatever you personally believe in. You should talk to them first before you come into me. You yawn too? What does that mean? Or does that mean we're on the same wavelength? Or does it just mean we're both tired? You don't know? Well, that's uncertainty right there. Uncertainty is a disease. Good morning. Welcome to this joining. Hello, hello. I'm just kind of here if you want to hang out. If anybody wants to send gifts or pay for a reading, I'll get back to pulling cards, but I'm kind of tired. So somebody pay for a reading and I'll get back to free card pulls. Even if it's just a mini reading, that's cool, but I don't know. Cryptic Mystic, what's groovy? Oh my gosh. Hope you're well. Welcome, welcome. I'm just kind of here. I was doing card pulls, but I'm tired now. Oh my god, Kate, how dare you? You're sending gifts. Now I have to get back to free card pulls. I was hoping somebody would pay for a reading first, but whatever. You're tired too. Isn't it like 2 in the afternoon for you? What's going on with Kate? Did you have a question, or like did you just wanna send gifts? Oh well, thank you for gifting. Thank you for the heart, me. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I have a headache. I'm like tired. I just went through a breakup. I want to sleep, but I cannot sleep. I did sleep already. Also, don't feel sad for me. It was a good breakup. I needed to happen. Welcome to those joining. What's grooving? He was a drain on my system. Today's his birthday, actually. Hey, we're all going through a breakup, period. Does Al's losing... What? What'd you say to me, girl? I don't understand your question. Does Al's... What? Is he losing love with you? I think I understand. I don't know what you're saying. What's going on with Amanda and this person that she's asking about? Can I get a clear, accurate answer for this question? I don't know what she's asking, but what is the answer to this? I'm so serious. Chemistry? Mistakes? Does he like you? Does he love you? Is that what you're asking? Irreplaceable, yes. They might not necessarily treat you like it, but it does seem like they really do value you. So, yeah, I do think that they still love you, if that's what you're asking. Welcome. Hello, hello. I'm in two places at once, so if you see me look over, what's going on with Julio? Julio. I once had a crush on somebody who was dating a Julio. Apparently they were in an open relationship, but I did not know that. So I never made a move on my crush. But I'm sorry, that was a lot of information. You didn't need to know all that. We have regret coming out. I regret that I said that. What's going on with Julio? No, I regret not making a move, honestly. But what's going on with Julio? I'm sorry. Enough about me. This isn't about me. What's going on with Julio and Torella? We have self-love. Do they have strong feelings for you? Oh gosh, it would seem that way. But I don't know, this person's kind of blind. All of these cards that come out, you can't see their eyes. This person is literally turned away from the camera. She has her eyes closed. He has his eyes looking down. She has her eyes closed. So it's kind of like yes, but he doesn't want to see it. He doesn't want to bear witness to how he's feeling about you. But yes, he does have strong feelings for you. But it's like an avoidance. It's like, I don't want to feel this. You know what I mean? Good morning. Hey, Prudence. Oh my goodness. Hello. Sorry for the angle. But yeah, that's what I have for you. What's going on with Zoe and Shanae? Shanae and Zoe. I don't read for absolutes when it comes to the future, but what's going on for Zoe and Shanae? Welcome to those joining. Zoe and Shanae. We have mistakes. Unsatisfied. I mean, if you choose to learn the soul lessons from this, then regardless of how it works out in the physical, you know, you learn the lesson. But it seems like in the physical, it's not going to work out really in your favor. You have unsatisfied and mistakes. So, you know, but once again, there's always a lesson. And if you learn the lesson, nothing else really matters. You know? Good morning, good evening, what's up, what's up? I'm sorry, I'm scrolling up in the comments. I'm trying not to, like, click on... Because TikTok keeps trying to get me to, like, co-host with people. So it pops up, and, like, it's like, I'm, like, so close to accidentally hitting it. And I'm like, if I accidentally hit that, that'll be so funny. You know? It's not even that funny. I think it's funny, but welcome. Anyways... Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have a hard time with breakups. Because, I don't know. I like to be in aligned connections. I like to be in connections where it makes sense. You know, so if it doesn't make sense, I'm like, this needs to end. So that's how I was feeling for a while. I was like, this needs to end. But obviously, for obvious reasons, you know, I stayed longer than I probably should have. You know, no regrets, I guess. A little bit of regret. Welcome to the Zard. Let's go, babe. Hold your vision. Keep your vision, man. Keep it in your head. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. They're crazy. They're gonna steal your vision. And then put it on the wall or their refrigerator or something. I don't know. I'm just talking. Hello. Welcome. Once again, if you see me looking back and forth, I'm looking in two places at once. So... all my ice melted. There was ice in here, but there's no more ice. Oh, I thought I answered that for you. What's going on with Prudence? I definitely thought I answered that. What's going on with Josh? Is Josh going to send you money? If he does, you should send me some money also. Just kidding. But what's going on with Josh L and Prudence? Is he going to send this money? This shmoney, baby. This shmoney. Most likely, believe in the impossible. A new romantic cycle begins. You're very close to achieving it. So most likely, Most likely. The month is, we're literally 1/4 of the month over, or 2/4 of the month over. So, I don't know. But most likely, based off of what I just pulled. Hey, Sayana, will Jay and you come back after the retrograde? Oh, so we are in retrograde. I forgot about that. Sayana and Jay. Sayana and Jay. Sayana and Jay. Secret account. LOL. We have escape. Detachment. Oh gosh. It seems like a no, but if you learn the lesson, he'll forever be with you, I guess. We have detachment and escape. So most likely, it seems like a no. Maybe, once again, with the lesson element, maybe the lesson is detachment. Love without attachment. Being in love without needing to be obsessed, needing to be up his butt. You know what I mean? Hey, Amina. Welcome, welcome. You're on my other page. How's it going? Hope we're well. What's up, what's up? I'm in 2 places at once, so if I look back and forth, that's why. Hey, Brittany. Will Dominic and... I don't know. I don't pull for absolutes, but... What's going on with Brittany and Dominique? Brittany and Dominique. Brittany. We have confusion. I'm sorry for the yawn. Oh gosh. Brittany, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to listen to me. But this Dominique person is not good news. We have confusion and habits. Missed opportunity. You could think whatever you want. You could believe whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But I don't, from what I'm looking at, I don't think that this person is for you. What's my star sign? I'm a liar. I'm a star seed. Just kidding. I'm a Gemini. What's your sign? Probably like a humpback whale or something. Just kidding. That's not a fat joke. I don't know. I just thought to say that. Does Harris have feelings for Naveet? I don't know. Let's go with Harris. Harris Teeter. I wasn't calling you fat, by the way. It wasn't a fat joke. Let's go with Harris. Not that there's anything wrong with being fat, but that's not what I was getting at. What's going on? What's going on with Harris? We have soul contract. What'd you say to me? What was your question again? I forgot what your question even was. Does Harris have feelings for you? Irreplaceable, yes, but his ego is too strong. Yes, he does have feelings for you, but I feel like it's a threat. It feels uncomfortable. Yeah. The thing about love and feelings is that if your ego is too strong, you will push people away. You know what I mean? Like if you're too in your pride, too in your ego, too in your identity, you will not be able to receive genuine love. You know what I mean? So that's the sort of energy that I feel like I'm tapped into. It's like somebody's ego. Yeah, our values are we're too different. You know what I mean? You're too soul based, too spiritual based, and he's too earthly based. You know what I mean? And he'll pull you down if you let him, quite honestly. You know, doesn't mean anybody's inherently better. No one ever said that. But there is a difference, and it will hurt you if you try to meet him where he's at. Do I have prominent aqua? I used to hate Aquarius. I don't have prominent aqua. I'm a Gemini, once again, with a Libra ascendant and a lot of Virgo. Is your grandma truly sick or is it a lie? What the heck? What kind of family situation? I'm just imagining somebody's grandmother pretending to be sick. That's funny. What's going on with Julie's grandmother? Is it true? Can I get a clear, accurate answer? Is it true? Narcissistic tactics, maybe? Are we talking about the grandma or are we talking about something else? What's going on with Julie's grandma? We have the six. I think it's true. We have the 6 of Pentacles here, which is literally you see the scales of justice. You know what I mean? Truth. So I think it's true. She could also be a hypochondriac. So it's like she made herself sick or something, but it does seem like she's speaking like this is true. You know, should I text Cam happy birthday? Go for it, man. I can pull you a card, but I'll pull you a card, but I feel like generally when it comes to stuff like that, if your heart is leading you in that direction, just go for it. You know. Like, forget the logistics, forget the logic of it. Just, you know, if that's what your heart is telling you to do, just go for it. You know, what's the worst that could happen? You know, but let's see. I'll pull a card. What's going with Liv? Spirit, should we text Kim happy birthday? I texted my ex happy birthday. The guy that I told you I broke up with. His birthday's today. I texted him. I made it very clear. I was like, I'm not trying to rekindle. I'm just wishing you a happy birthday. I don't want to. I'm not trying to have a conversation with you. I'm just wishing you a happy birthday. And then, of course, he did try to, like, pull me into a conversation. I feel like he was like, I hope you're well. You're the only person who remembered. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just wishing you a happy birthday. Like, it's not that funny, but I feel like somebody's laughing really hard at that. Okay, I'm sorry. What's going on? It's not even that funny, but I feel somebody laughing. We have the King of Cups and the Empress. Yeah, go for it, I guess. But, you know, stay grounded in yourself and why you're doing it, I guess, with the Empress card. Know exactly why you're reaching out. You know. But yeah, I think you should do it. I don't know if I should break no contact or not. I mean, you don't necessarily have to break no contact. If you just want to say happy birthday, once again, that's what I did. I just said happy birthday. I don't consider it breaking contact. I just wished him happy birthday, and then that was it. He texted me. I haven't texted him back. I don't plan on texting him back. You know what I mean? But I don't know. We're two different people, so obviously. Vergnar, Cappy Sun. What? Why did you type it like that? He messaged me for my birthday, but only after my friend texted me. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you, man. At the end of the day, I can't tell you what's right or wrong for you. It's your life. But, you know what I mean? At the least, you could just send the text and then just delete the message. You know what I mean? I don't understand what that means. Does that mean... What is Vergnar? Why did you type it like... Does Jonathan like you? Have you asked him? What's going on with Jonathan? You should ask him. You should talk to him. What's going on with Jonathan and Angie? Oh, okay. Okay. What's going on with Jonathan? Oop. Responsibilities comes out. Does Jonathan like you? He might, but this is also a person who messes up good things in his life. If this is your energy, I'm not judging. But one of you is a very sabotagey person. So one of you tends to mess things up. We have habits. I don't know if we will ever change. I have to take care of something. How does Jason feel about Catherine? Hey Ayla, welcome. If you'd like a reading, I do have PayPal. Also have Venmo and Cash App. I'd have to type the PayPal if you're actually serious about getting a reading. It's $3 for a mini reading, $15 for a more in-depth. How does Jason feel about Catherine? But yeah, let me know what you want to do. What's going on for Jace, or what'd you say, Jason? Yeah, Jason and Catherine. Also, happy birthday to your ex. I'm screaming. I'm sure he would appreciate that you said that. I won't be telling him. Maybe he's watching. I do believe that he secretly watches me. That's none of my business, but he's a Scorpio. Of course, he secretly watches me. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of secrets. Anyways, it's going for Josh. Is this Ave Maria? Is this Ave Maria? Is it? What is this? This is not Ave Maria. I thought this was Ave Maria. How does Jason feel about Catherine? Jason. We have too many differences. He thinks you're a gold digger. I don't know. He's conflicted. I think he likes you, but he feels like you're a gold digger or something. Or maybe this is just saying that you have too many differences. Usually when this comes out, I don't read it as gold digger, but this time I do read it as gold digger. Usually I just read it as what it says. We have too many differences, but I think that might be relevant to you, Catherine. Welcome to those dining. How are we doing? Thank you for the donut. Okay, yeah, I can put that in the chat for you, hopefully. Last time I had issue putting it in the chat, but yeah, I can put that in the chat for you. Will you be working for Air Canada again? Hey, Erica. but he likes you. It seems like it, yeah. I think you should have a conversation with him though, heart to heart. Hopefully I can even put this in here. Tell me if it. Hey, Linda. Sorry. Welcome. I'm in two places at once. I don't know if you can see that I typed that, but I typed that it's foolish divinity. But yeah, let me know whenever you send that, and I don't know. Would you say to me, girly pop? Will Reese and Alina ever talk again? Reese and Alina. Reese's Puff. Also, I think of Malcolm in the Middle. Reese and Alina. I don't read for absolutes, but it seems like at the least there's a desire to get back together, reminiscing in chemistry. At the least there's a desire to speak again. That's a beautiful question that you just asked me. Ayuts. You don't see it in the chat. Oh my gosh. If you spell it out by talking, I can type it in. Yeah, it's foolish divinity. Like the word foolish and divinity, all one word. You might have to. What's the word? Affirm it or like confirm or something. I'm sorry. What's going on for Linda? When it comes to love, what's going on for Linda? I'm gonna keep pulling cards until I get confirmation that you send. What's going on with Cancer? What's going on with Cancer love? We have the Page of Cups. Ooh, you have a suitor coming. You have somebody in your midst. Somebody who wants to. Somebody's holding back though. The Four of Pentacles is here. Somebody's holding back, but there is somebody who wants to come towards you. Maybe multiple people, but at least one person wants to come towards you. But there's an energy of holding back, being like, I'm too scared. I don't know what they're gonna say. What if they hate me? You know. Bobby Schmurda, welcome. That's not their name. Welcome. I could pull you a card or so, pull you some cards, but if you'd like a reading, you can pay for a reading. It's $3 for mini, $15 for more in depth. I think somebody's about to pay for a reading now. So, I don't know. What was the biggest turn on and turn off from your past Scorpio? The turn on, you want me to tell you? You want me to really tell you? You want me to really tell you? Biggest turn on was the provider energy. He was a huge provider. But biggest turn off, he was a huge Scorpio. Like, lots of secrets, a lot of sexual energy. You know what I mean? It was a lot. But yeah, that's the answer to your question. Yeah, if you're interested, the information's in the description. I'm in two places at once. I'm talking to two different phones. But if you're interested, the information's in the description if you'd like a reading, Linda. I might have a list, so I might have to start writing names down. I don't know. Can I do just 3 questions? If you pay for reading, I guess. I don't know. Oh, you didn't hear me say that because if you pay for reading, yeah, you can do 3 questions. Cutie patootie. I can't find it at all. Do you know the email? Yeah, it's that with @gmail.com. I think I recently changed the username, so I could be wrong for all I know. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Try Mercury N, like the planet Mercury and the letter N. That might work. I don't know. What about one question? Is it free? Yeah, if you want to ask a question, Bubs, you could ask a question. I'm answering 3 questions. It's just like 1 question per person, unless you're a Patreon member or like you paid for readings before and I like, you know what I mean? What do you think was their biggest turn on, turn off? Once again, this guy's a huge Scorpio. He was not super transparent with me, so I don't know what was going on in his head because he did not like. I'm sorry. Now you're making me think. I'm like, why would you do that? You could ask a question. What's up? I'm just answering questions until somebody pays for reading. I have several people who said that they want to pay for reading. But yeah, Mercury N, I guess, is another name that you could use. And a Libra rising. Yeah. I don't know what that means though. What does that mean to you? Does my boyfriend see a future with you? What's going on with Cutie Patootie and her boyfriend? Cutie Patootie and her boyfriend. Does he see a future? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I almost never know what to expect sometimes. I don't know. But it does seem like this person's very in the dark. We have confusion, habits, overwhelmed. So it does seem like this person's in the dark. I don't think he really knows what he wants. Quite frankly. It's giving like if you were to propose marriage, he would be okay with it. But it's like he doesn't have a clear direction of where his life is going, you know what I mean? It's kind of a frustrating energy, I feel like. I don't know, maybe that's your energy, maybe you're frustrated with that, I don't know. But once again, it's a detachment. He's a Libra and so am I. Ooh, I don't know what that means. Maybe it means that you're born to be together. Bet. Sounds good. Coolio. Detachment from him. Well, that is one piece of advice. Like, if you're going to continue this relationship, it would be a really good idea to practice detachment. And detachment does not mean not caring. Just to clear, it does not mean not caring. Yeah, I got the PayPal. I got you. Because a lot of people hear detachment and they think, oh, that means I just need to not care. No, that means you not. If I can freaking speak, that means you need to not be consumed by your caring. You can care as much as you want to, as much as you naturally do. Yes, exactly. It means not losing yourself within that care. It's like if you pass a homeless person on the street, it's like, that sucks, but also I'm not going to give him $1 because I need to save money for myself. You know, I'll say a prayer for him or whatever, but I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do something that is out of my character because I care. You know what I mean? That's what detachment means. It means like you care, but it's like you don't need to necessarily do anything about it. Like because maybe you have to protect your energy, or maybe because it just, you know what I mean? Whatever reason you have to have that energy, you know? Like, there's plenty of things that I care about, but it's like I've grown to a place to be like, I care, but that doesn't mean I have to do something about it. Like, you know what I mean? You want connection, not attachment. Yeah! A lot of spiritual people say that attachment is like one of the biggest issues of life, being overly attached to people, situations, items, you know? Okay, so I'm going to do a reading for Elena, a little mini reading for Elena. I can either flow, if you want me to just flow, or if you have any questions, you're welcome to ask any questions. Linda, the information should be in that little description. If you're on your phone, there's a button right there, and there should be, like, information about that. Yeah, what's up? What's groovy? What's on your mind? It's in the link tree. The Cash App is in the description, but then the link tree has my Venmo and my Cash App. For some reason, I don't have my PayPal linked. I couldn't really do that, but yeah. What's groovy? I need to get some more water at some point. Oh, my ice melted. Why did Hudson ask for my number, but we already have each other on socials? Intuitively, immediately, I get the information that, like, it's like a control thing. Like, he just wants to get closer to you. I don't know. I've noticed this with a lot of different people. It's like the social media thing isn't enough. They want to have direct access to you. I want to be able to call you. You know what I mean? I want to be able to. This is, I don't know. It's really weird energy. Not saying that Hudson is super weird, but that action, that idea of like, I need your phone number. I don't care about your social media. You know what I mean? It's like, really? Okay. Thank you for that TikTok thingy. What did Hudson ask for my number? Your dreams need a practical plan. Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, once again, I feel like it's a closeness thing. Like, he just wants to be closer to you. I don't know. Honestly, I feel like this Hudson person is bad news. Obviously, you could think whatever you want. You could, you know what I mean? I'm just a reader. I don't know this person personally. But from what I'm looking at, what I'm feeling, I don't think this Hudson person is good for you. Um, Obviously, you can ask any other questions if you want. Or whatever. Yeah, it's $3 for a mini reading. You cut him off yesterday. You cut off his toes. Just kidding. Also, the cards that come out, I'm going to speak on the cards. Your dreams need a practical plan. Don't let your past hold you back. So if I could read into that for you, I don't know what your goals are. I don't know what your ambitions are. I don't know what, you know what I mean? But, like, it is the energy of being more organized. You know, being more organized in your movements in some way. And then there's also the message, don't let your past hold you back. So, like, whatever you've been through does not have to define your future, you know what I mean? And maybe you already know that, but it's the reminder of, like, you know, whatever you've been through does not have to be the rest of your life, you know? Just because you were in an abused situation does not mean you always have to be in that sort of energy, you know? Expect powerful change when you let go of the past. Hey, Jeannie, welcome to those joining. I'm currently doing a mini reading, so be patient with me. If you want to get on my list, you're welcome to send in for a reading, whatever. What else is going on for Alina? Also, I'm tempted to look up what that name means. What does that name mean? Alina. We have the star card, the strength card. Who are you? Are you a star? Are you a star, Alina? It should be in like the first thing that you see. If you leave the chat and come back, it should be like in the description. I think I spelled it wrong, but I asked what your name means. Alina is a feminine name with several beautiful origins. Bright, beautiful, shining light. It's a star. Or did I say your name wrong? Oh my god, did I remember your name? I think I did. I think I spelled your name wrong. Thanks for that. But okay, yeah, anyways, with the cards, back to the cards. We have the star and the strength. So there is this energy of like potency, you being kind of like, you know what I mean? Bright and beautiful, abundant, you know? And kind of needing to embrace that. The Taurus energy is about self-worth. It's about knowing what we're valued at, knowing what we deserve, and like, you know what I mean? Isla. Oh, so I got it all wrong. I'm stupid. Welcome to those joining. Hello. Hey Ray or Trey, it's groovy. For those joining, I'm doing a mini reading, so be patient with me. If you want to send in for a reading, I got you after this. It's Turkish. It means the moon, halo of light around the moon. So yeah, what you said. Yes, ma'am. That is it. You're not coming off as annoying, but I appreciate the consideration. What if I pulled from the past life deck? How to Cash App. Oh my god, could you imagine somebody Googling? I'm not making fun of you, but could you imagine somebody Googling how to Cash App somebody on like Google? Where else would you Google it? Jeeves? Ask Jeeves. There's only one Google. Well, technically never mind. Also, isn't that weird? Like, that Google is so, like, such a household thing. Okay, anyways, I'm sorry. Let me focus. Yeah, that's my name, Bubs. We have the Celtic Cross. What's going on for Isla? What does Isla need to hear? I'm sorry, let me focus. I'm getting distracted. What's going on for Isla? Ooh, are you an artist? Who are you? Once again, the star card, we have the arts. So I imagine you're probably really gifted with like music or something. Maybe not even just music, but just the arts in general. And I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you're aware of that, but that is an energy that's coming out. You know? But once again, the energy of being more organized, being more put together with that, you know, because artists tend to be very disorganized, very all over the place, but it is possible to get more organized with that. Don't ask me how, but it is definitely possible. Yeah, you had it right. It's Tariq Rashad 6, the number 6. You need to clean the house. The info is not up to her. What? Oh my goodness. Anyways, but yeah, for Isla, it does seem like you have a lot of artistic ability that you may or may not have tapped into already. I'm writing some name. I'm writing a name down. Writing some names down. Okay, your name's been written down, Julie. Also, the Celtic cross. I don't know why the Celtic cross came up. I don't know what your spirituality is. It's the way creatives channel, I feel. Yeah, that's true. The Celtic energy comes up, which is obviously a very Christian element. I think it's a very spiritual sort of energy. But yeah, one thing about the artistic thing is that like if you tune into that, it definitely will help you in your journey. You know. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people underestimate the power of alchemy, the power of transformation, the power of just writing something down. You know what I mean? In the most biblical sense, I am beyond repentance. I don't know why that just came through my head. I know why it was. I know why that came through, but that's the Judas song by Lady Gaga. I don't know. I'm not assuming anything. I'm not putting any story to it, but because I was thinking in the most biblical sense, alchemy is important. That's what I was thinking. You know what I mean? The brain stimming, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, the Cash App's in the intro message, Bubs. If you leave the chat and come back, and if you send me anything, I'll write your name down. I do kind of have a list forming, I guess. In the most biblical sense, I am beyond repentance. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics, but I was listening to that song the other day. Did Puppy? You know somebody named Puppy? That's cute. For those joining, I'm doing a mini reading, so be patient with me. I use You're Very Beautiful. Thank you for explaining. Thank you for your presence. I hope you know how beautiful you are. On a soul level. But okay, what's going on with Isla? What else does Isla need to hear? I don't know. I feel like there's not much you need to hear. I feel like you know everything. You know, I feel like you're pretty groovy. You know. Well, I mean, other than that though, organization, being more organized would definitely be helpful to you. Tuning more into your creative energy would be really helpful. Also, I guess with the orphan card, this might be really triggering, but learning how to be alone, learning how to be content with your own. If you already are, that's awesome. That's beautiful. But that is an energy that comes through with the orphan, like learning how to be content with yourself, which is unfortunately not a very common thing. For humans, a lot of humans are dependent on others to feel good, which no judgment, but you know, the ideal is to be okay with just self, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's all I really could say. I feel like that's the biggest things. Also, I'm gonna write something down. Artistry. I'm writing down the main points of this, if that means anything. I don't know who Thomas is, but thanks, Thomas. Hey, Aaron, welcome. Organization, artistry. I don't usually write down the themes of the reading, so this is not something I usually do. But I feel called to write it down. Um, that's me being organized, because that's something for me. Um, I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, so it's really necessary for me to be organized. So I've been trying to be a little bit more organized. But yeah, if you have any more questions, you're welcome to ask. But this has been your reading. I hope it's been helpful. Um, you know, Isla. Welcome to those joining. Okay, so next is Julie. You're on break. Well, thank you for stopping by, my bro. I don't know if you saw it, but I did message you back on Patreon. I did pull you some cards, and you know what I mean? Ooh, excitement. Wish us luck. Well, not me, but wish Ayud's luck. She has an interview next Tuesday. Or are you calling me a cunt? I'll see you next Tuesday. I'm sorry. Can I say that word up here? Oops. But yeah, okay, so Julie is next. Once again, because you did pay for a reading, you're welcome to ask other questions if you want to, Isla. But yeah, how long will it take for Kevin to come back? Yeah, I can tune into that energy. As a preface, I don't love tuning into time-based answers or questions, but I can pull some time-based cards for you. Yeah, you can ask another question. That's okay. That's okay. It's groovy. What's going on for Julie? How long until Kevin? Did you say Kevin? Kevin Bacon? Kevin Bacon. Welcome to those joining. I'm doing a mini reading, so if I didn't respond to you, I'm sorry. What's going on for Kevin? How long until Kevin comes back or whatever? Also, isn't Kevin Bacon canceled? When you release Resistance, and also February comes out. So when you release Resistance, when you let go of your attachment to this person, you know what I mean? Are you Thomas? Kiki? Your name says Kiki, but the Cash App says Thomas. I don't know who Thomas is. Ignore my name. LOL. Hello, welcome. Once again, I'm in two places at once, so I'm sorry that I look cross-eyed or something. I'm sorry. What's going on with ooh, that's a crazy question. I feel like you already know the answer to that. You just answered your own question. Is it defeat his ego? Yeah. And of course he probably wouldn't admit to that. Yeah, you can ask more questions, Julie. You're welcome to ask more questions. I can pull specifically from that deck, but I'm pretty sure it's defeat his ego. Isla. Let's go with Isla. But I guess he does feel guilty about it to some degree. I don't know. We have damage. We're both hurting from this. So to some degree he feels bad about it. Is it bad enough to do anything about it? I don't know. Is it worth investing if he does come back? Is it worth investing? Hey Anushka, welcome. I'm kind of doing a mini reading or mini readings, question mark. So if I don't respond to you right away, that's why. What's going on with Julie? Is it a good idea to take him back? Infinite Spirit, Holy Spirit. Is it a good idea? Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Is it the worst idea? We have the Judgment card. Ooh. I don't think it would be the worst idea in the world, but it does seem like it would be better for you to move forward, move on from this connection, you know? We have the Temperance, the Page of Wands, the Judgment, and the Death card. 3 major arcana, by the way. When major arcana comes out, generally it's a big life moment. It's a big life event. Your life is pivoting, you know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be super duper serious, but like it means something. Like when the major arcana comes out, it's bigger than small. So it might be really in your best interest to like move forward from this connection. And that's fine. That's natural. You know what I mean? It's okay to miss something that was really important to you at some point. And there's no right or wrong. If you choose to go back to him, it does. You know what I mean? God loves you still the same. You know what I mean? It's if you believe in God, I don't know, but angels, whatever you personally believe in, you know, they still care about you. They still want the best for you, even if you choose to go back to somebody who isn't good for you. Believe in the impossible. Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment to yourself, I guess. Ooh, you do tarot too. Period. Well, you didn't say tarot. You just said readings, but shout out to rune readers. That's a skill right there. If you can read runes, I don't know nothing about no runes. Yeah, luck is on your side, Gemini energy. So I feel like you definitely do have other options, Julie. But it's understandable, you know. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. You know, and you do know this person. You do, you know, you have been with him already. But you are good enough, man. You are perfectly beautiful the way that you are, and you have so many other people that would love to love you. You know what I mean? You don't have to believe me just because I say it, but that's the energy that comes through. You know? Like, there's so many people who would love to love you. You have to open yourself up to it and also release people who don't love you properly. You know what I mean? And I say have to. You don't have to do anything, but, you know, that's the energy. You know? There's like a softness here. I want to like really just like hold you. Not to infantilize you, but like, you know what I mean? That's the energy. And I feel like there's definitely somebody out there who would love to, you know what I mean? Treat you like that if that's what you want. I don't know. Also, Sagittarius energy is here. Also, Temperance. I was talking about alchemy a few moments ago. Temperance does talk about alchemy. So it does talk about turning one thing into another. Turning this experience into something positive, something useful. Maybe a testimony, maybe a story, maybe a poem, maybe a, you know what I mean? Whatever. I'll find better, but it was worth asking. I feel you. I feel you. Is there anything else you want to ask, or should we just flow? See whatever comes out? See whatever wants to pop out? What's going on with Julie? Julie Andrews. Isn't that an actress? I don't know who that is. We have ships, so like relationships. Also talks about travel. Father, baby. What will your person be like? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know what direction I was going in, but let's go with your person. Oh. Trust and faith. Oh, they're gonna be somebody that you can trust, obviously. And I feel like that's also a dual message of like having faith, having trust that this person will appear when the time is right. And I guess it could also say that they would be really good at at being a father figure or something. Because then also mother comes out, so it's like the mother and the father energy. So they might be a really good parent. Maybe they have kids already. I don't know. Yeah, leaving or travel. Once again, travel. They might be somebody who travels a lot, or somebody who allows you to travel a lot in some way. You know, scribe or writer. Once again, I don't know if that is relevant to you, but once again, we do have the alchemy energy, creating something out of nothing, writing stuff into existence. But yeah, most likely this person will be somebody that you can trust. And I say most likely, but if it is your person, then you should be able to trust them. You will probably be able to trust. I hope you can trust them. I hope so. You know. I feel that. I feel that for sure. yeah, keep your head up. Stay groovy, you know? And I can't emphasize this enough. Like, luck is on your side. Like, I feel like you are heavily supported. Like, more than you know. Or maybe you do know, but you are very supported. Luck is on your side. I'm going to officially close this out, but if you want to ask other questions, you can. You know, thank you for your time and energy. If you want to ask other questions, you can. Because you did pay for a reading. But that has been your reading. I'm not trying to rush necessarily, but there is one other person on the list. Welcome to those joining. Hello. How we doing? Hope you're well. Thomas, aka not Thomas, because that's not their name, is next. Is there anything else I need to know? Is there anything else you need to know? I think you need to know that you're amazing just as you are, and that you're actually more capable than you understand. Obviously, I don't know all the details of your situation, but I feel like maybe you've been not settling. That's not the word. Not settling. That's not the freaking word. I can't think of the word. Why can't I think of the word? You've been I'm gonna say settling. That's not the word I'm wanting to use, but you've been settling for less than you deserve or something. That's not the freaking word. There's another word. I can't think of the word. But like, yeah, selling yourself short. That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say. You're selling yourself short. Like, I think you know what I mean? You deserve a lot more than you give yourself credit for. You know? Dog. Hey Mina. What's up? Tolerating, that's a good word. That wasn't the word that I was thinking of, but yeah, that's a good word. Tolerating less than you deserve. Yeah, keep your head up, stay groovy, keep the faith, and all that jazz. You know, because brighter days are ahead. Not to reference Ariana Grande, but she did come through earlier. Somebody's name was Ariana, and then brighter days came through. You know? Yeah, of course. You as well. Okay, so next is Kiki, aka Thomas. If you want me to just flow, I can just flow, or if you want to ask any questions, you're welcome to. I'm gonna like take a breath. If you want to take a breath with me, you can. You don't have to, but I'm gonna take a deep breath. You said how this guy feels about you. Cool. I'm gonna take a breath. 1, 2, 3. What's going on with Kiki? I like how you said Kiki Thomas. That was funny. And Ariana. That's not funny. You can ask multiple questions. I don't know. I mean, ideally, let's not go to like 500 questions, but you know. Aaron said he used to mess with an Ariana. That's why I was laughing. It wasn't even that funny. I just thought that was funny. Because the fact that he felt the need to say that. Anyways, not 500. Yeah. What's going on with this guy that Kiki is thinking about? How does Kiki's guy person feel about her? I'm already kind of tuned into like an annoyance. I don't know if that's you being annoyed or if that's them being annoyed, but there's like an annoyance. I'm like, what's going on with Kiki's guy? Daydreaming. I'm always longing for you. Is this guy obsessed with you? We have forgiveness. I'm struggling to get over the past, trying to move on. I feel like there's an obsession here, quite honestly. It's not in the cards directly, but I feel it. Do you feel like he's obsessed with you? We have reminiscing. Yeah, all of them are positive cards. I miss our inside jokes. Or maybe you're obsessed with him. I don't know. He's nonchalant. See, the thing about nonchalants, guys, a lot of the times they're nonchalant because they feel a lot deeper than they are willing to admit. You know what I mean? A lot of times people are nonchalant because they feel very deeply and they don't want to like navigate through that. They don't want to have to admit, yeah, you make me feel a lot of feelings. So they'd rather just play it cool and be like, whatever, whatever, I don't care. But deep inside, they're like, their heart is pounding, their blood is boiling, you know what I mean? And it's just like so many feelings, so many emotions. Because once again, we have daydreaming and reminiscing, so like this person does think of you very often, very like, you know what I mean, a lot. And then we have dishonesty, so he's not really being honest with you about how he feels. Why? I don't know. Knight of Pentacles flipped out in reverse. It's the Knight of Pentacles. You should shout out to the nonchalance. LOL. I don't know. I think if they can make up for it in other ways, it works. But, like, I don't know. I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't care or who doesn't, you know what I mean? It's like, why would anybody want to be with somebody who pretends like they don't care? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. I was talking to this one guy on, like, online recently, and like, I don't know, I liked the conversation, but he like very obviously was not putting forth any energy, and I was like, why am I talking to you? Like, I don't know why I didn't block him. I don't know, I wanted to believe that there was hope, but like, because it's like, you're not asking me any questions, you're not trying to forward the conversation, you're just kind of there. So I don't know, why would anybody want that? But then again, there are people that work on, so I don't know. It's like a hot and cold thing. Anyways, when it comes to Kiki and this person with Kiki, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups. This person is not the most stable person. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups upright. This person is kind of immature. And maybe you're immature too. I don't know. I'm not necessarily saying that as fact, but you know what I mean? We all have things to work out. We all have blind spots. We all have things that we, you know what I mean? But it does seem like this person is kind of like a child. You know, it's giving like, here, look at my painting that I painted. Put it on the wall or something. But indifferent. But I'm different. How different are you? Are you different enough? I'm sorry. That was stupid. That didn't even make sense. I was trying to flirt. That was me flirting. Anyways, for Kiki, let's go for Kiki. What's some wisdom for Kiki? What does Kiki need to hear right now? Your commitment is being tested. I don't know why that comes out. Step outside of your comfort. A lot of purple. So it's the message of listening to your intuition. At the end of the day, it's cool to get advice from other people. It's cool to, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you should be aiming to trust yourself. Trust your own impulses and whatnot. At the end of a tough cycle approaches. I don't know what your spiritual life is. I don't know how much, if I can freaking speak, I don't know what your spiritual life is like. I don't know how often you meditate. But generally, I would suggest, you know, like, if you feel any disconnect from your intuition, like taking time to meditate every day, and you know what I mean? Really just listening to your body, listening to those subtle impulses, because they're very subtle, and the more you listen to them, the louder they get, but they're very subtle at first. There used to be more, but I still have it in me, but not enough. Yeah, I feel that. I mean, we can agree to disagree. You could think whatever you want, feel whatever you want, but like, the most successful people will tell you how spiritually centered they are. Recently, I was looking at Jay Shetty's podcast with Kris Jenner, and I know everybody likes to hate on Kris Jenner and the billionaires and stuff, but like, she was talking about how spiritual she is and how often she prays, and like, you know what I mean? And you wouldn't necessarily think that just by looking at somebody like that, but like, to some degree, it's like you don't really get to that place of success. And we could translate this to like relationships or whatever, however it resonates for you. But you don't get to that level of success without being intentional, without like, you know what I mean? She might be, I mean, yeah, there's nothing in, once again, we could agree to disagree, but there's nothing inherently wrong about rituals. If you're murdering people for your rituals, that's something different, but a ritual could be something as simple as making coffee and like putting your intention to that's a ritual. You know, waking up and meditating is a ritual. You know, like, ritual isn't inherently negative, and they definitely do. Like that's not really. That's most likely they probably do rituals and stuff. Once again, you don't get to that level of success without some sort of intentionality, without putting forth some sort of like spiritual energy. Like, you know, I'm a witch and I never have and never will use it against someone's will or to harm someone. What if it's self-defense? What if they're trying to hurt you? Is that not an exception to the rule? But yeah, for the most part, it might be a good idea to get back into meditation, get into that practice. This guy that you asked me about, there is a positive energy there. It could borderline into obsession, but I do think that they like you. And is there anything else I could say? Is there anything else I could say? I don't know if there's anything else. May I ask where this connection could go with my person? Yeah, I could ask that. Welcome to those joining. Piper, I love your question, but give me some time. What's going on with Kiki and this person that she asked me about? Where is this going? Where is this headed? Where is this going? We have the 10 of Wands, nowhere. I'm sorry. I was going to say that before I even pulled any cards, but where is this going? Give me a clear, accurate answer, please. Where is this going? Straight to hell. I'm sorry. We have mend, shadow side, damage. Obviously, it's your life. Don't put your future in my hands. You know, it's your life. But the way that I'm looking at it, I don't think this is going anywhere positive. I do not believe that this is going anywhere positive. Especially with the 10 of Wands. Well, that's your confirmation there, Bubby. You know. I don't know why I'm looking so deeply. It's like I'm looking for more information, but it's just like, it's right there. I feel like that's the energy. It's into the 10 of Wands. Yeah, I could look into the 10 of Wands, I guess. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to look into the energy. We have reveal. I want to tell you the truth. Reciprocity, chemistry. Because it's really sad. Because it's like this person wants to be honest with you, but it hurts. It's like a painful energy. It's like a discomfort. Yeah, I feel like this person feels really lost in general in life. And like, I don't know, he does his best to like not engage with that truth, but it's like that's the truth of it. Like he doesn't really know or have any idea of where his life is going, you know. Well, he did say he didn't want to date, so, and we both admitted we were avoidance. LOL. Yeah, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. I don't know. Were you just looking for confirmation? That's funny. Because it seems like you already knew if you already pulled cards, but you said you weren't the best tarot reader. But final card though is unfinished business. And so I will remind you, you know, with if I can freaking speak, Mercury retrograde is with relationships like these relationships that cause a lot of issue, a lot of confusion. There's always a lesson to learn. There's always a deeper soul lesson to it. And the quicker you learn that lesson, the quicker you will find yourself in relationships that like feel good. You know what I mean? And I don't know what the lesson is exactly. I mean, I could just be cheap and say that it's like self-worth, because that's what I've been saying for the last hour. But I mean, tuning into the energy. What's the lesson? What's the lesson? What's the lesson? What's the lesson? farm, Celtic, biblical. That's pretty intense. You have spirituality, biblical, farm, and Celtic. So it's not necessarily just self-worth. This is gonna sound kind of woo-woo, but it's like the energy of recognizing that you, as you are, deserve somebody who gives you the space to be yourself. Because the farm talks about space. It's an open space. You know what I mean? And it's like you should be with somebody who gives you the space to truly be yourself. And like, yeah, sure, I guess that's tied to self-worth, allowing yourself to be yourself fully in relationships, but it's just like, you know, like if at any point you notice that somebody's not giving you the space to be yourself, you're not able to be yourself, that's not for you. Like, that's the biggest lesson. It's like, you need that space to function in a relationship. You need that space, you know? But I guess to make it less complicated, we could just say self-worth, I guess. But yeah, that's what I have for you. Once again, you're welcome to ask other questions if you want to, but I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. I hope you know that nothing lasts forever. No struggle lasts forever, you know? And miracles happen all the freaking time if you believe in them. You know what I mean? Are you next on the chopping block? I don't know. Are you next? Is anybody next? What does it mean to be next? Aaron, you said, is Aaron's girlfriend hiding something? She's hiding that she's a lesbian. That's what she's hiding. Also, I thought you said they were exes. I thought you were no longer together. What happened? If you ever stunt, I feel like there was a typo there, but I definitely resonate with what you just said. I like your question. Just give me a second now. I'm gonna pull a card for Aaron and see what comes out. And then I got you. What's going on for Aaron's girlfriend? Is Aaron's girlfriend hiding anything? I hope you're still here. If you're not still here, I feel kind of silly. Because I kind of took some time to respond. What's going on with Aaron's girlfriend? Is she hiding something? Is she hiding something? We have broken. We have unsatisfied. Committed. Oh, reunion. Is she hiding something? I don't think she's hiding anything necessarily. I mean, I guess the hiding energy is like the fact that she's not really happy with this connection. Maybe that's why she cheated or whatever. But obviously that would be a heart-to-heart for you guys to have together to like really talk it out. But I don't know. And then we have inseparable. So I do think there's love here, you know? Yeah, I'm in two places at once. I'm on YouTube and I'm also on here. Aaron might not be in here anymore, but I hope if he is, I hope that was helpful. If not, I'll just message him later or whatever. I don't know. Okay, what's going on with Piper's psychic gifts? I'm gonna pull into what is Piper's psychic gifts. Did she actually cheat? Aaron, I love you so much. I love that you did not affirm until after I was done. You're amazing. What's going on with Piper's psychic gifts? What's going on with Piper? I feel like it's going to be Gemini. I'm getting the Gemini energy, so yeah, the gift of gab. I mean, I guess that's considered more a spiritual gift, I guess. But the energy of being able to, like, persuade people, I guess, being a good... And I guess the psychic version of that would be, like... I don't know, I'm leaning more into spiritual gifts, I guess. You said psychic. Psychic and spiritual are two different things. But, yeah, definitely the like, communication is a gift, is a talent. Transformation, I guess. I don't know. Alchemy, turning one thing into another. Also, mediation might be something that's relevant for you. That might be strong for you. Being able to mediate. Right. Right. Yes. Also, can you believe I've been on here for 2 hours? That's crazy. I don't usually stay on here that long. I usually do not. I don't. I'm sorry, I'm proud of myself. Welcome to those joining. Hope you're well. As in spirits, because I do see them from time to time. Oh my. Hopefully the good spirits. Hopefully not the bad ones. Did Aaron's girlfriend actually cheat? Can I get a clear, accurate yes or no? Did she actually cheat? I don't know why I'm getting that it was like, oh gosh, I think so, but like it was like it wasn't anything more than just a moment, if that makes sense. Like the way that I'm tuned into it, it doesn't feel like it was just something to do. It wasn't necessarily because they don't love you or anything like that. Like it was just because, like, once again, there's like a dissatisfaction in the connection, I guess. You know, we have bring love into the situation. Your hard work is paying off. Prosperity lies ahead. So, did they actually cheat? It seems like it, but it didn't. It doesn't seem like it was rooted in like anything malicious or anything like that, if that makes sense. Because some people cheat maliciously, I guess. Hey Amina, welcome. Will Roy contact you? I don't know. Have you talked to him? Have you asked him if he's gonna contact you? Did you make an agreement or something? What's going on with Roy? Roy G Biv. What's going on with Roy? But I hope that helps, Aaron. What's going on with Roy? Is Roy gonna... excuse me. Is Roy gonna contact? I think it's very likely, but fundamentally it seems like you guys are too different. You guys have too many differences. But most likely this guy will contact you. Yes, Roy. Will Isaiah give you... or what? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm kind of... Once again, I've been on here for 2 hours, and I'm not used to being on here that long, so I'm gonna disappear soon. I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm tired. But it's nice connecting with you guys. I appreciate these times. I'll be back at some point. Hope you have a nice rest of your day. Keep your head up. Keep your spirits high. Stay groovy. All that jazz. Bye. And then I have to end it on here. I'll be back at some point. Why did that release the pressure? I feel like it was mostly just this side. It was all of this energy over here. Because now I feel a lot better after I, like... you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to get off of here too. Thank you for your presence, Ayuds. I appreciate you. Have a nice one. Deuces. Also, bye, Aaron.